Okay, so somebody asked me, how do I start a painting? How do you take this big blank canvas and turn it into something? So I'm starting this painting today, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me as I start the progress. Now when I start a painting, I always start with the original image and I turn it into a grid. And then I turn my canvas into a grid. And by replicating that grid onto this grid, then I can copy that image onto this surface. If you can see here, I've been doing this. I learned this in elementary school, middle school, early art classes. All of my art came from the public education system. And this is something that has worked really well for me throughout my life. So this is a really old piece of art here. And if you notice, even in here, there is a grid system that I created to then copy this on to a bigger piece. So I'm going to show you now how I do that within my canvases now. I used to, when I first started with acrylics, I would, line up my ruler, get my nice big lines going. Don't do that. It makes the canvas way too messy. You have to remember to then erase the lines before you put paint on, and I'm not always good at doing that, and then you got lead coming through the paint, you gotta fight with it. This is what I've been doing and it works way easier. So I take my ruler, this canvas is 15 by 30, so we've got our 30-inch edge, and I'm going to put a little dot at 10, and I'm going to put a little dot at 20. Now I'm going to come back over to the other edge of the canvas. I'm going to do the same thing, a dot at 20 and a dot at 10. Okay, so our canvas is 15 inches wide. We're going to come down and we're going to mark 5 and 10. 5 and 10 again. Now we're going to take where we took these spots and line up our ruler there. I like to make sure my ruler is nice and straight because this is going to determine your next point. And so we're at 30, we're going to do 20, and we're going to do 10. Now what I also like to do is I will break, in bigger canvases, I will break my 9 squares that I did. Yeah, 81 squares. So each third, each square gets its own little box. 10 divided by 1-piece grid onto your photo then. Okay, now I have the basic sketch
pictures when I